Hi Stamper, today I'm going to show you how to do this here. I call it the ghosting on DSP. So let's get started. What you're going to need, I'm using DSP here, and the Versamark. I'm using the medallion stamp, and you want to ink this very good with your Versamark. And when it's a big stamp like this, you have to make sure you don't have all the line that I get. So I'm going to go over and over. And Versamark, it's very sticky, so you have to get a good grip on your ink pad. Here we go. My piece is bigger, but it's going to be a lot easier to trim it after. So I'm going to put some good pressure here. And then when I stamp with Versamark, I always hold my paper when I pull out because it's sticky. Here we go. And then we're going to use embossing powder, and I'm using the clear one. And really, you cannot even see where your image I stamped. So that's why we call it ghosting. So I'm going to put this here. Oh, I could have used more powder, I think. We're going to be good, but I want to make sure everything is covered all around. And then I always tap it so then I don't have no chunk. I'm going to move this. And then we're going to heat emboss it. And when you heat emboss it, when it starts to get shiny, that means it's done. My cord is stuck someplace. You can see maybe not, it starts to get shiny. So that means the powder is melting. It's hard to talk on top of this noise, so it won't be long, this is going to be done. I could have do a smaller image to hurry up on this thing, but I just love the medallion stamp. So, okay, now everything looks like it's very melted good. And then, oops. I'm going to trim this. So it's still kind of hard to see where my image is. You can see a little bit of the shadow there. I'm going to trim this. And I'm going to trim it over here. And if it's not trim enough after I sponge it, you could use the next step. You could use the brayer. I don't like to use the brayer with this technique. The reason why, it's because you cannot push it all through the little cracks and the little detail. If it would be just one image, you know, a bowl image, no detail in it, then you could use the brayer. It would work great. I'm going to show you. I try it with my brayer for the other card, and so when you go, see, it don't go in the little detail. So I'm going to use a sponge and really rub hard. Don't be afraid to put pressure on this. Oops. You want to hold your paper good, though. And go all, sponge everything. See how cool it is? And the way that I did my card over here, I cut my image in two, so then I can do two cards. I use the same design paper in the bottom, then I use on top. So I think it's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep on sponging. So I could have used another color than brown too. I mean, I just love brown and green and brown and blue. I love it. Brown and pink. I could have used a darker blue. Whatever you prefer. I mean, it's no right and wrong way when it comes to stamping. Like I told the girls when they come stamping here and they say, oh, it don't look the same mine than yours. And I always tell them, remember, it's homemade. So nothing tastes the same, nothing looks the same pretty much. And when you sponge like this, you want to make sure your ink pad get plenty of ink on it, so then you don't have to keep on going and going. And my ink pad, I bet, could use a little bit of re-inker on it. And the other one that I did to go faster too, I went this way. Don't panic when you see this. It's going to get all fixed. But then I get a little bit of line I would have. So now you get the clue. I'm going to stop here now that you have the clue. But what you want to do after you're done this, before you do your card, first I think you would have to go wash your hand so you wouldn't put all your stuff on your card. What you want to do is take a rag, and then you're gonna just see it take all the brown on your embossing. So then you really see the color in the background. Here we go. So that's what I call ghosting embossing. So when I'm gonna put this on my blog, you're going to be able to see both cards. I'm going to do the same design than this. One thing, this ribbon here, how I put it up, I will have a video next week on it. So come back and see how I'm going to put the ribbon on the card. Till next time, happy stamping.